Hey juniors, it is Thursday of week 1 of remote learning. You are almost done with the first week. Congrats. So today you do need to head over to the classwork tab and find your quick write for today. Don't forget, it needs to be 5 good quality complete sentences, okay? Each quick write, 5 sentences. Another thing to remember, your Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday quick writes are all due Friday. That's tomorrow at 9 a.m., okay? So if you are behind on your quick writes, make sure to get those caught up because they are due at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Your Friday quick write is going to be due Monday at 9 a.m., all right? So make sure that you are working on those and getting those done on time. Okay. I've gotten some good questions and some good feedback about your Frederick Douglass that we're going to be starting today. So thank you for those that gave me their feedback. As always, make sure you're checking in as well. So I will count the feedback as your check-in, those that have done that. But if you haven't checked in, make sure you're checking in. You need to check in with me once a week, all right? So whether that is an email, a text, a comment, a call, or you can join me on Google Meet today for my office hours. I will be on Google Meet for office hours from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. today, all right? So if you need to check in or have any questions, I've gotten some great questions so far, you can join me there. I'll put the join information on the Google Classroom shortly before I go live, all right? Other than that, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the theme of the stories that we're working on in this section, okay? So, we have a theme of shackles going on. What are shackles? You might think of shackles like the iron shackles that you find in a prison. That's kind of along the same lines of our theme. So, there are 2 social problems that are being talked about with this theme. The first is slavery, the horror of slavery, which we're going to actually be talking about with the narrative of Frederick Douglass. The other is oppression in general. So if you're shackled, you're kind of oppressed, right? That is actually one of the themes from A Pair of Silk Stockings. Can you get that from that story? What is the oppression that they're talking about in that story? Well, the oppression they're talking about is women's oppression that comes from society. So she didn't really fit in with society with her raggedy clothes and not having a lot of money, right? People thought she was strange before she had all of these nice things that she bought with that $15. So this urge to fit in feeds the oppression that she was feeling. So I wanted us to start off with the lesser of the 2 social problems with this section to kind of ease us in, because this next story that we're talking about is going to be pretty heavy. It's definitely going to be a big part from the narrative of Frederick Douglass because it is one of the stories that connects with a change in him. So his shackles, his slavery and oppression from slavery actually helped him. So we're going to find out how this is going to help him, okay? As some of you may know, Frederick Douglass was born a slave, and he ended up escaping into freedom and became a really popular speaker. And he worked for not only the abolitionist movement, but also women's suffrage was really important to him too. So we're connecting back with the oppression of women with Frederick Douglass's women's suffrage movements that he helped, okay? So a little background on the section that we're going to read. The section we're going to read is actually called The Battle with Mr. Covey, okay? So he's going to go through a struggle with one of the men that he works for. He's not necessarily his owner, but he's who he works for right now. He's kind of been hired out. And he actually thrives under his oppression, under his shackles. And so that's what we're going to see towards the end, is that his shackles help to make him stronger, okay? So you do have 3 assignments that go along with this over in the classwork section. The first one is going to be a Word document. So I went through and I typed out the story from the textbook because it was really hard to find a good copy to like take a screenshot of. So I've got that typed out in a Word document, and at the bottom I did add a few notes. So make sure you look over those notes before you go to the third assignment. The second assignment that's going to pop up is actually just a material. It's a MP3 audio file of what we're reading, okay? So you can open up the first assignment and grab that Word document, and then go to the second material assignment and just pop up the MP3 if you need to, and you can listen to it. The notes are not included in the MP3, okay? So make sure that you're reading the notes if you're listening to it. All right. The third assignment is going to be due Monday at 9 a.m. It's another form, just like the pair of silk stockings, with some questions that you need to answer. Remember, answer them in complete sentences. Just putting a period at the end doesn't actually make it a complete sentence. So make sure you have a subject and a verb in there, all right? So who the sentence is about or what it's about, and a verb. If you have problems with that, an easy way to get a complete sentence is to restate the question in your answer. So go through and say the question is, what is the capital of South Dakota? I know, random social studies, but your answer to get a complete sentence, you can easily say the capital of South Dakota is Pierre. So you have the capital of South Dakota as your subject and is as your verb. So make sure you have a subject and a verb, or else it's not going to be getting full credit because it's not going to be a complete sentence, okay? This assignment is 13 points. Hopefully I can get it to work a little better than the last assignment that was supposed to have an out of score and it didn't. Hopefully I got that fixed. So that is due Monday at 9 a.m. Don't forget the complete sentences, all right? So now that you've watched your video, make sure you go in and do your quick write and take a look at your story, all right? So good job this week so far. Good luck and have a good day.